Hi guys, I'm Joseph Sweeney and this will be my CRM 703 diversity story. I want to start off the discussion by saying that in the current role that I'm in, and in that workforce, I haven't experienced or witnessed any diversity issues so far. What I would like to talk about is back when I was in college, I worked as an RA. There was about a group of 12 of us per building, and so in my building there were another 11 RAs and an RD who oversaw us. Each year, we had the responsibility as an RA staff of putting on two community building events that were called building wides. Most events were done only for a specific floor, but twice a year we would put on events that were for the entire building. It was just meant to get all the halls together, have some community engagement, play some games, have good discussion, stuff like that. These two building wides were one per semester, and half of the RA staff did the first building wide, and then half of the RA staff did and organized the second building wide. These building wides usually took place on holidays. The first building wide took place on Halloween, and the second building wide took place as like an Easter celebration. And our RD sort of just assigned us to either the first semester or the second semester without really consulting us. And we had two Muslim students as RAs, and it's a primarily Christian-based school. And they said that they didn't want to be assigned to the Easter building wide just because they weren't comfortable with the religious importance of that holiday, and they felt that it wasn't representative of their beliefs and their views, and so they didn't feel inclined to participate in that building wide. So they took this to the RD and basically said, we would be more comfortable handling the Halloween celebration as opposed to the Easter celebration because it doesn't line up with our religious point of views. And, you would have thought that would have been enough to switch them from Easter to Halloween and then just take two RAs assigned to the Halloween group and have them, do the Easter group. But that's not what happened. She basically said that no, she felt that they should be assigned to the Easter group, and that, in short, they had to tough it out, and maybe they could learn a thing or two from the experience. And our RD herself was a very conservative Christian woman, and she didn't handle this experience very well. She basically kept pushing it and saying, like, no, you're doing this. Your job is that you're going to be, hosting and running the Easter celebration with another 4 RAs. And these two individuals were understandably quite upset about that. And so what they did is they took it to the upper management level. We had our heads of community living, and they took it to them, and basically the students, the RAs, found no support from upper management either. And so in that way, it was a rather negative experience, but there was a positive aspect to this as well, in that the RAs on staff, the whole lot of us basically said that, none of us were going to do a building wide unless we saw this change enacted. We came together as a group and said they're entitled to their religious beliefs, and as such, they should, if they feel uncomfortable organizing an event that's celebration of something that they don't stand for, they should be entitled and allowed to make that change. And so, as a staff, we got together. We said, this is our hard and fast stance. We will not perform the duties that you're asking us to do unless these two students get what they want. And there was a lot of back and forth. It was actually a little bit of like a scary time when we were like, well, what's going to happen? What's the stake of our jobs in this? But at the end of the day, upper management basically caved in. They said, okay, it's not a big deal. Those two students can do the Halloween celebration, and we'll just, move two others over to the Easter celebration. And so while it was, an unfortunate experience with the way management handled it, I think it was a great and beautiful experience in that, people came together to support what they saw was right, and, really embrace the fact that, people, should feel comfortable in the work that they're doing, and it shouldn't trample their beliefs.